right, now our guest at this point is Arinola Atunnise. Now, she is a visionary real estate strategist, entrepreneur, and African CEO award winner. She is the founder of Properties Everywhere Limited and Shortlets Everywhere Hub. We're super excited to have you here in the studio.
As I am.
Yes, awesome. You actually won the awards, I think in December for the SME of the year. I think, yes?
Yeah.
Super excited.
Yeah,
super excited.
I got the message. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming again. Now, we're going to be talking about trust deficits. All right. So when we talk about trust deficit, what does it mean and how does it affect relationships in businesses today?
All right. Thank you so much for having me once again. And then, this is a very thoughtful topic because it's very critical. And when we talk about trust deficits, it's actually the gap between what people say they will do and what they actually do.
Okay.
Which is promises and performance. People are not naturally skeptical, but it's just because they've been disappointed so many times. So now if you want someone to trust you, you need something to prove it. Because once that trust is broken, it affects everything. Relationship, businesses, leadership, and even national confidence. So I think if we want to really rebuild that trust, we need to be consistent, we need to be transparent, and then we need to also ensure alignment between words and actions, both from the individuals, companies, and institutions.
All right. Now, what must businesses do differently to grow that trust? The reason is because we have cases where people don't trust their clients. Clients are trying to be sure they can trust their business as well. I'm just wondering, from your expertise here as a professional, how can businesses build trust and what can clients also do as well? What is your advice?
All right. So for me, you see, when we talk about trust, beyond the trust, we also need to talk about the system because investment confidence responds to economic signals. I mean, if you look at it in the last 24 months, Nigeria has experienced some very difficult transition in terms of monetary tightening, FX reform, and then structural adjustments. This has not been an easy one, but there are signals of stabilization in the system. So if you look at it, the inflation has declined for about 14.5% approximately in 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, this has eased the food prices. It has eased a whole lot of things and all. The FX reform as well has also risen to about 11%, and the Naira has strengthened to about 7%. Also recently, the CBN also eased, what's it called? The CBN is the FX. The CBN is the rate slightly by 27.5% to 27%.
Wow.
And this has helped a whole lot in the system. If we look ahead as well, the GDP is projected to approximately 27%, which is driven by services in ICT, finance, and real estate. So to go back to your question, businesses need to go back to basics. They need to ensure they do what they promise. I mean, if a project is delayed, they should communicate. If there are issues in the system, they should let the clients know. With that, we'll be able to build confidence in the client. Because like I earlier said, there's need for confidence in the system, as well as it's like a three-way thing: the individual, the company as well, and the system as well. So that is how we can actually build trust in the system.
All right. Now, I have another question for basically clients on this side. Now, what are some practical steps for those that are watching at home right now? What are some practical steps that one can take to just build, better trust with whoever they are working with? What are some steps that we can take?
All right. So the steps to take to build client trust, because, I work with a lot of clients abroad, and then you realize that trust has always been an issue. Maybe somebody scammed them for their money and all. So it's very important for you to work with a partner that would help, that values your money as well as your trust, right? And then, it's also very important that they should do verification. Due diligence is very important. We cannot overemphasize this. We talk about it all the time. Before you want to part with your ardent money, because we see a lot of Nigerians working multiple jobs abroad. They do a whole lot. So, I mean, it hurts to see that people are not doing what is right, or they just get their money and they're not doing what is right. That's why, that's why at Properties Everywhere, we are very deliberate about this. When a project is delayed, we communicate. When there is an issue with the project, we also always ensure that there is clarity, there's consistency, and there's communication. So it's very important before you partner with anybody, do your due diligence about them. Ensure that you go for inspection, ensure that you do your documentation is right,
yes.
ensure that you do research about them, which is very important. So you don't just go with, okay, because I have money, I want to make investments. It's very important to do these three things. And as a company as well, we should ensure that the 3 C's for me, the clarity, the communication, and the consistency is very important.
All right. I think I'll just take that. I would pick that: clarity, communication,
consistency, and communication.
That is important as well. All right. So what are your final words for the viewers, people who are watching right now?
Okay, so to everyone watching right now, especially to those that have been disappointed, I want to tell them not to give up in the system, right? The environment is stabling, right? And the policy decision is predictable, and then the currency as well is also stabilizing. So, but they just need to ensure that they are growing with a company that values their trust as well as their money. Right. So I'll just leave our audience with this, that they should not give up on investing, but they should just ensure to partner with the right person, and let us continue to build trust one investment at a time. Right. Yeah, and at Properties Everywhere, that's what we do. We are very deliberate about this to ensure that whichever company we are partnering with, we've done our due diligence so that we can sell the peace of mind we're talking about to our clients, and they can be rest assured that when they are investing with peace of mind without any issues. All right.
There you have it, a company that you can trust. And I love that as well. I'm always going to take the 3 C's with me moving forward to be sure that communication, clarity, and consistency. That is awesome. Thank you so much for coming to share your knowledge with us. It is really amazing that you can always do this whenever we call you on the show. Thank you so much. You want to say something?
Yeah, I said it's always a delight to be here, and thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, that is all that we can take in this segment, but we have a lot in store for on this show. Wake Up Nigeria still continues. Thank you so much again. We'll go on a short break now. Let's go.